I want you to tell me who is the most stuck in their current situation: Clippers, Hawks, or Mavs? What say you, J. King?
This is a tough one because they're all pretty stuck.
Yeah.
Uh, they're all remarkably stuck. I'm gonna go with this is crazy to say because they have by far, not by far, but the best player who's usually healthy. Luke, the Mavericks are the most stuck. They
Yeah.
went out and got Kyrie, and it was a desperation, urgent thing, and they missed the play-in tournament. They missed the play-in tournament, and they need a new supporting cast. Kyrie could absolutely leave. There's no promise he's going back there. As crazy as it sounds, because when you have Luka, you have a chance. That to me is the one that I just don't see a way out of. And I think eventually using their last chips on Kyrie will cost them Luka. He'll eventually want out. And like from a guy who just saw the Hawks in the playoffs, they have enough talent there that with Quinn Snyder there, they're going to be very good, I think, next season. The Clippers, if they just got healthy just once, they would still have a
Yeah.
chance. Like, but the Mavericks are so far away from having a competitive roster around Luka. And if Kyrie leaves, it's just it's hopeless, even though you have maybe the best young talent in the entire game.
Yeah, I can't say Atlanta because Scottie Pippen Jr. is on the way to save the day. We already know what's gonna happen with them. But I mean, yeah, it gotta be Dallas. I mean, anytime you go into the offseason saying we have to sign Kyrie Irving to a max contract or it's a major failure, you're in a bad spot. You're in a really bad place. And I think Dallas is in a spot now where I mean, we all kind of see the writing on the wall where this thing is going, and it's not going to end well for them. I think Luka, we all kind of just have Luka on the clock before some of those rumors start leaking out about him being upset the way they're building that team. Jason Kidd, what's going on with his future? Are they going to try to use him as the sacrificial lamb? I think it's just very bad what's going on there. But I can't lie, I got to go off script here. How are we having this conversation without mentioning the Minnesota Timberwolves? I'll just be the cliche guy here and remind everybody that they
Great
traded
point.
five first
Great
round
point.
picks for Rudy Gobert. They're stuck. They are the stuckest of the stuck right now. If you're sitting there saying, "Hey, we got to trade Karl Anthony Towns just to add some roster pieces that make us a little bit better," of course, we all love Anthony Edwards. He's a future superstar. That guy, if that guy's your best player, you'll be okay. But I mean, they're looking at a future where they're paying Rudy Gobert a whole bunch of money. They don't have draft picks. They're not going to get any big time free agents to go to Minnesota. And we all see it. They're probably going to have to trade Karl Anthony Towns at some point. And you really don't want to trade him because he's such a talented player. Of course, he has his boneheaded moments in the playoffs, but that's really their only path to really improving that roster in a way that gets them out of the play-in tournament group. And I don't know what you can really do to kind of avoid that just because they gave up so much to get Rudy Gobert of all people.
Who could have
This is
ever
why I would.
thought that pairing Gobert and Towns would
Oh,
go wrong?
No, we
well,
never saw
th
it coming.
this is why I think Dallas is more stuck. Because if you ask Dallas, hey, would you swap just the surrounding cast around Luca for the Timberwolves cast? They would say yes in like a second.
Oh yeah, McDaniel's, Kyle Anderson, they got some
And
good players there.
With Luca, I could probably talk myself into that group, honestly.
Yes, yes, and like we still have like a really young Ant Edwards. This is why I didn't really include them, just because I think Edwards has a ton of upside as a
Yeah,
player,
I
like
love
as a
Ant
two-way
Edwards.
player.